everyone. My name is Deborah Mesa, and I'll be talking about this week's public story and applying it to my own life. Um, I decided to take it on a different perspective on the whole merit-based system and talking about the fairness and equity and so on and so forth that was discussed in the readings. What first popped to my mind when I was reading it was fairness when it comes to hiring. Now the perspective that I'm going to take on it is fairness when it comes to people who have experience and people who have education, no experience. Now, for me personally, from early on, from when I graduated high school, my uncle, he always told me, education is great, but without experience, especially in things like law enforcement, because that's what I got my bachelor's in and my passion. If you don't have experience, it's going to be almost impossible to find a job. And which, that was in high school, and I followed his advice, and that's what caused me to join the military part-time while I went to school, because I knew if I was in the military, when it came to the hiring process after graduating my bachelor's, I'd have an easier time finding a job, which indeed was true. It was a good decision that I made early on. Now, I noticed with myself, my field is military, like I've talked about in previous videos. So even if I were to just stay in the civilian world and work law enforcement in the civilian world, I have a greater chance of being picked for a job. Like, let's say there's two of us, right? Both of us have bachelor's in criminal justice. Both of us have XYZ GPA. Both of us have a master's in public administration. Between us two, I would end up getting the job because I have the experience. And that's the twist that I'm going to take on with the video today. Now, I have a girlfriend who also got her bachelor's in criminal justice. And this day that I know of, she's successful, she's doing well, but she's doing nothing related to that degree. She even has told me and told friends that she, with the income that she makes now and the career that she has now, which is cosmetics, here's for a cosmetics company, I can't remember which one, she's doing well for herself, but it's kind of like, the degree was kind of a waste of time because she's not doing anything with it. It's not tied to it in any way. So fairness, most people who don't have experience look at it like, okay, I have a degree, you're saying I don't have experience, but how am I supposed to get experience? And then I've heard a lot of people say, and I've read it where, they say, oh, do internships, but that's impossible. Not impossible, but it's hard. We're all adults. Like, we all have responsibilities. Some of us have kids. Some of us have mortgages. Like, it's really hard to do an internship, especially an unpaid internship at our age, and survive. So when it comes to fairness, a lot of people, at least from what I took from the reading, can consider that as an unfair practice, not hiring someone just because they don't have experience and not giving them the opportunity to prove themselves, even if they don't have experience, which I agree with. I think experience is a great asset in hiring someone, but there are a lot of people that you can hire that are experienced and they suck. They may have book smarts, but they just suck, And then there's people who don't have any experience and they have good work ethic. So I think, not an expert yet, but I think in the hiring process that would be considered unfair, and I can understand why it make a lot of people feel like they're not treated as equal. Now, as far as, like I said, my girlfriend, she got her degree and she had no experience, therefore she can do nothing with that. So in those situations, I feel like it's frustrating because it's a waste of time. Those individuals wasted their time, and the merit system, it's supposed to be fair, it's supposed to be equal, but you're kind of like picking and choosing and eliminating people and kind of wasting people's time who invested and who've had a desire or passion to pursue an education, and let's say like for me, law enforcement. So I feel that employers risk losing a lot of very capable and a lot of great employees as a result of lack of experience. But again, at the end of the day, it all depends on who you ask and the the need, I guess, or not the need, what that hiring manager or that human resource office is looking for to fulfill in the position. But the merit system is a great thing. It's a great tool. It just can, case by case, it can suck when it comes to like what I just finished talking about as far as fairness and equal hiring practices for regular people like you and I. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great evening and good night.